Welcome to the NCW Library's Variety Show. Thank you for joining us. We're kicking off our show today with some spooky fun. Let's start out with Miss Buffy as she shows us how to make edible slime.
Hi, this is Buffy with STEM. This week we are going to make edible slime. I know lots of you guys love to do slime. This is a perfect slime that you can make that you don't have to worry about if younger kids get it or play with it, having to put their fingers in their mouth. It is non-toxic and can usually be made with 3 ingredients that you probably have lying around home. Those ingredients are instant pudding, cornstarch, and warm water. So first we're going to measure out our pudding. So I've chosen a lemon and we need 1/4 of a cup. So you're not actually going to use the whole packet. So 1/4 of a cup. And put that in our bowl. Now it comes for 1 cup of cornstarch, but we're only going to put half of the cornstarch in to get started. I'm going to go ahead and spoon it just so that I don't make a big explosion. So we're just going to start with half of a cup. There we go. And then we want to take our spoon and actually stir those 2 ingredients together. And begin to add our water. Now we only need 1/3 of a cup of warm water, which is going to start to blend the pudding and the cornstarch together. So as we start mixing, it's going to be pretty gooey, but it will thicken. Slime isn't always an exact science. Sometimes you have to add a little bit more of one ingredient to get the consistency that allows you to play with it. And that, in part, is why we only added half of our cornstarch. So it looks really great, smells lemony. Now we're going to go ahead and continue to add, and although I could directly measure it and have an exact measurement, we're actually just going to add a little bit at a time until we get it to a consistency that allows us to play with it, knowing that we've got about half of a cup that we can add. So I've got pretty dry. I'm going to peel it off of my spoon and start to play with it until I get it at a state that I feel like I can do that. It's warm. Remember, we added warm water. I might add a little more. It's kind of sticking to my fingers right there. There we go. So although this is edible, it isn't probably a snack that you'd want to eat because most of it is made out of cornstarch. It smells great. You certainly could taste it, but probably not for a snack. So this is the consistency of our edible slime, and you can start playing with it. Add a little more cornstarch if you feel like it's too sticky, and enjoy.
Hi everyone, Miss Clare here. Hola, yo soy Miss Clare, and I want to welcome you all to our very first Felt Story Friday. Les quiero dar la bienvenida a nuestro primer cuento de fieltro del viernes. So today I've got a little story for you. It's about facing your fears, and it's called Go Away, Big Green Monster, and it's based on a story by Ed Embroly. Hoy les voy a contar un cuento que se trata de enfrentar los miedos. Se llama Fuera de aquí, horrible monstruo verde, y es basado en un cuento de Ed Embroly. So, we're going to get started with our story. The big green monster has 2 big yellow eyes. El horrible monstruo verde tiene 2 ojos grandes y amarillos. A long, bluish-greenish nose. Una larga nariz verde azulada. A big red mouth with pointy white teeth. Una horrible boca con dientes afilados y blancos. Two squiggly little ears. Dos pequeñas orejas retorcidas. Scraggly purple hair. Enmarañado pelo morado. And a big, scary green face. Y un espantoso rostro verde. But you don't scare me. No me asustes a mí. So, go away, scraggly purple hair. Fuera de aquí, enmarañado pelo morado. Can you help me tell the hair to go away? A ver si me pueden ayudar ustedes a decir el pelo que se vaya. Let's see. So we are going to say, go away, hair. Fuera, pelo. Can we try that? ¿Lo podemos decir juntos? Ready? Go away, hair. Fuera, pelo. Look at that. It worked. Good job, everybody. Buen trabajo. Go away, squiggly little ears. Fuera de aquí, pequeñas orejas retorcidas. Go away, ears. Fuera, orejas. There they go, se van. Go away, big red mouth and pointy white teeth. Fuera de aquí, horrible boca roja y afilados dientes blancos. Go away, mouth. Fuera, boca. It's leaving. Se fue. Nice job, everybody. Go away, long bluish greenish nose. Fuera de aquí. Larga nariz verde azulada. Go away, nose. Fuera, nariz. Go away, big yellow eyes. Fuera de aquí. Grandes ojos amarillos. Fuera, ojos. Go away, eyes. Go away, scary green face. Fuera de aquí, espantoso rostro verde. It worked. Funcionó. Go away, big green monster. Fuera de aquí, horrible monstruo verde. Go away. Fuera. And don't come back until I say so. Y no regreses hasta que yo te diga. Yay! We got rid of the monster. Nos deshicimos del monstruo. Nice work, everyone. So now you know that if you ever come across something that is scary to you, you can always tell it. Go away. Si te encuentres con algo que te da miedo, siempre puedes decir, fuera de aquí. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening to the story, and I will see you next time. Gracias por escuchar y nos vemos en la próxima. Hasta luego.
Hi, I'm Mallory, and I'm a children's librarian at Wenatchee Public Library. I'm here to share one of our picks for the 2020 Middle Grade Summer Reads List. This is Night Books by J.A. White. Alex loves scary stories. Zombies, vampires, ghosts. He can't get enough of that spooky stuff. But now he's in a real-life nightmare, trapped in an enchanted apartment by a dangerous witch. If Alex can tell her a new scary story every night, he and his fellow prisoner Yasmin might have enough time to come up with an escape plan. Unfortunately, he's running low on stories. If you're like Alex and you like creepy thrills and chills, read Night Books by J.A. White. To read this book digitally for free, use Overdrive and Hoopla.
Wow, what a great book suggestion. I love a good creepy story. Now, get out your yoga mat and get ready for a family yoga session with Melissa.
to yoga. I'm really glad that you could join me on your mat today. Our sequence is going to be a short standing flow to ground ourselves into our body and just get our body moving. So we're going to begin at the top of our mat in Tadasana, our mountain pose. Feet can either be hip width distance apart or stepping out a little bit wider, depending on what feels better for your body. And always knowing that it's your body, your practice, so making those adjustments that allow yourself to feel more comfortable in your body in these poses is really important. So we're going to take our awareness into our feet, kind of grounding down into the floor, into our mat. And then we're going to work our way up through our legs, traveling up into our belly. Begin to notice our inhales and our exhales. And as we reach our chest, opening up our chest, letting our shoulders maybe fall down away from our ears. And even visualizing this movement, if you don't feel the movement, can also be really helpful. And then tapping into that breath, noticing our inhales and our exhales. And then palms can stay facing your thighs or swiveling them out towards the front. Choosing your mountain pose. And then on our next inhale, we're going to lengthen, reaching up towards the ceiling. And then sinking down into chair pose, making sure our weight is more towards our heels. Hands can be straight out in front or parallel with your ears. And then forward fold, sweeping those arms so they're either fingertips are pointing back towards the back of the room or going up towards the ceiling. And then on your next inhale, lengthening, rising up. Keeping hands free here or interlacing our fingers, we're going to reach over to the left. Inhale back to center. Let's reach right. Keeping your awareness with your breath. Inhale back to center. Releasing those hands down to the sides. Taking a moment here. Inhale, lengthen. We're going to do that sequence a couple more times. Exhale, sinking into that chair pose. Holding here for a few breaths. And then releasing, forward fold, swinging arms back. Inhale, rise up. Reaching over to the right. Inhale, center. Reaching left. Coming back, release those hands down to your sides. Taking a few deep breaths here. Maybe checking in with our body, noticing how we're feeling. And then inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, sink into that chair pose. Forward fold, reaching arms. Inhale up to rise. Reaching right, or left, excuse me. Inhale back to center, reaching left or right. I'm getting my directions mixed up here. Inhale back to center. Release those hands down by your sides. Taking a nice few deep breaths here. Maybe this is an opportunity as you inhale through your nose, you exhale out your mouth. And then we're gonna step towards the back of our mat. Gonna find warrior one. So we're gonna plant that right leg down. That right foot is gonna be at a 45-degree angle, stepping that left foot forward. And finding those warrior one arms. So there's many choices here. You can be at your hips, straight out in front, or up towards the ceiling. And knowing that if you need a little bit more space to create that nice strong foundation, you can always step that right leg out towards the side, towards the long side of your mat. And then allow that left hand to work its way down that left thigh, finding that back bend. And then inhale back to center, hands finding that resting spot on your lower back. And then envisioning that string kind of pulling your chest towards your mat. And then inhale back up. And then we're gonna find that wide leg forward fold. I'm gonna turn to face you. So making sure our toes are facing the long side of our mat. Bringing our hands to our hips, bending those knees, pulling those shoulder blades together. And then releasing into that wide leg forward fold. Allow that head and neck to release, your upper body to relax, making sure those knees are nice and bent. And then let's find that twist again. So planting, inhale, halfway lift, planting down that left hand right below our face, and opening up to the right side. Exhale, release back down. And then inhale, halfway lift, planting that right hand down, swiveling that left shoulder back, so it's opening up. And then exhale, release. Bending those knees, bringing our hands to our hips, squeezing those shoulder blades together, inhaling with a flat back as we come up, tick-tocking those feet together. Ooh, and let's conclude our practice in mountain pose. So finding that foot stance that works for you, feet are hip width distance or a little wider. Grounding our feet into the floor. Doing that body scan as we did at the beginning of our practice. So sending our awareness up through our legs, coming into our belly, coming up into our chest, opening. Envision our shoulders working their way down our back. And then we're going to inhale our hands up as we rise. And then palms together, finding our way to heart center. Let's bring that attention into our breath, into our body. Bringing our thumbs so they're touching our sternum. And then thank yourself for showing up today, moving your body, and coming to your mat to practice yoga. Namaste.
Hello, I'm Dr. Allegra Hart, author of Nourishing Space Within and a licensed naturopathic physician. So today, I want to touch base on what should you be eating? There's a lot of controversy about that, but I want to talk about immune-building foods. And why is that important? Well, the reality is 70 to 90% of your immune system is in your gut. So when your digestive system holds such power in what your immune system's capacity turns to be in functional life, we need to make sure that we're giving it the right building blocks. That is why choosing better foods is essential. So, what are the things that you should be eating? One, you need more good fat. Good fat is essential for fueling your immune system, and it carries those wonderful fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A, D, E, and K. We need these to run our immune system properly, and they come in good fat. So good fat is things like coconut, avocado, wild fish, nuts and seeds, dairy. Now, if one of those foods doesn't work well for you, then throw it out. There's not a one-size-fits-all diet. Next, we need to make sure that we are eating enough protein. 1 to 2 servings of protein at each meal is going to give you much more satisfaction and satiation in your food. If you are having sugar cravings, as many people are now, you just look at what is sold out on the shelves, it's showing that you are not getting enough good fat or enough protein in your diet. 1 to 2 servings of protein every single meal helps to satiate your cravings and balance your blood sugar. So what is a serving of protein? The size of your palm. So this is my serving of protein. Now this of course varies with everyone, so there's not this many grams as a serving of protein, it varies. Next, we need to make sure we've got good fat, we've got more protein, and veggies. Keeping your veggies as diverse as possible, the more color, the more vibrancy in your veggies, the more antioxidants they're going to carry. And we are at a time where we are getting more things coming up in our gardens and in our farmers markets, so get involved with those local CSAs, get that food sent to you. These are the keys. More good fat, more protein, lots of veggies. So enjoy that, play with it, because good food is delicious. You can learn more and explore recipes at naturaeclinic.com. That's NATURAECLINIC. Thank you.
Thank you for the great advice, Dr. Hart. Thank you for joining us today on the NCW Library's Variety Show. Remember, our mail order library service is always open, and we are offering curbside pickup at each of our 30. Also, with our library card, you have access 24 hours a day to all the resources on our website, including digital books, movies, music, magazines, newspapers, and so much more. Head to www.ncwlibraries.org to get started, and find us on Facebook for all the latest news, events, and fun. See you next time. And remember, be kind and read on.